Since February, I've been documenting Betsy Grunch's seemingly downward career trajectory. Promoting microdosing peptides to people who didn't need to lose weight served as the catalyst to discovering an ongoing DOJ investigation alleging fraud. There's a lot of in between, so I recommend watching the previous videos on this topic. Since then, I've spent months talking to patients, reviewing court records, verifying information with multiple sources, and connecting a lot of dots. Today, I have 3 updates, and somehow they all point in the same direction. The first update comes from someone familiar with Grinnell University's Physician Assistant Program. They told me Betsy Grunch was expected to teach the neurosurgery lecture for PA students this past spring. That lecture never happened. While looking into that, I found an interesting connection though. Dr. Alan Butts Jr., the medical director of Grinnell University's Physician Assistant Program, previously served as president of Longstreet Clinic, where Betsy worked until she was reportedly not offered a contract after the merger with Northeast Georgia Health System. Interestingly enough, I'm told he was the person responsible for initially hiring Grunch at Longstreet back in 2013. Now, I don't know why the lecture never happened. I'll let y'all suss that out, but I imagine this is an incredibly uncomfortable situation for someone who has spent decades building a well-respected reputation in the Gainesville medical community. The second update starts with something a patient told me. This patient reached out to say that before her 7 a.m. surgery a couple years ago, Betsy Grunch told her directly she hadn't gone to bed yet because she'd been out until 4 a.m. at the Nicki Minaj concert. That patient actually commented on Betsy's post about being at the concert, warning her not to stay out late, and Betsy liked it. Betsy also later posted a vlog about the concert where she states Nicki showed up late to her 10:15 p.m. start time, so you can only imagine how long the concert ran. She acknowledges she had to work the next day and showed what appears to be alcoholic beverages being consumed, this being the lychee martini at Fumi Hibachi in Duluth. That patient has since undergone revision surgery after 4 different surgeons reportedly agreed the wrong size device had been implanted. Now, can I say with certainty the outcome would have been different if Betsy Grunch had gotten adequate sleep or hadn't been drinking, if those were in fact alcoholic beverages? Nope, but I can tell you the patient has wondered about it ever since. That story made me curious about the most recent medical malpractice lawsuit filed in Hall County, where Betsy allegedly injured a patient's iliac vein, requiring emergency transfer to the hospital ICU. This brings me to my third update. I decided to compare the surgery date with Grunch's own social media posts just to see what I'd find. The surgery was on May 16th, 2024. That same day, Grunch posted herself at the Bad Bunny concert with a caption referencing last night. A quick Google search confirms Bad Bunny had indeed performed in Atlanta on May 15th, the night before the surgery. Again, I can't tell you whether or not those two things are related. What I can tell you is that when a surgeon is posting from a concert the night before a surgery that later results in catastrophic complications, people are naturally going to ask questions about sleep, potential alcohol use, judgment, and fitness to operate. I know I would. I lied, I actually have 4 updates. The 4th update is about where Betsy Grunch can actually operate. Since losing hospital privileges at Northeast Georgia Health System, she's applied for and been denied privileges at multiple hospitals. Northside, Piedmont, Emory University at Johns Creek, Wellstar, North Fulton, St. Mary's. Multiple hospital employees and current patients with public-facing profiles have independently confirmed the lack of any hospital privileges in comments and in direct messages. The newest hospital on that list is Stevens County Hospital in Toccoa, Georgia. If you've never heard of Stevens County Hospital, that's because Toccoa has a population of around 9,000 people. So it raises an obvious question. Why would a Duke-trained neurosurgeon with a massive social media following be applying for privileges at a small rural hospital an hour and a half outside of Atlanta? One possible explanation is exactly what I predicted months ago. If the major hospital systems keep saying no, eventually the list of places left to apply starts getting a lot smaller. And according to my sources, Stevens County also said no. Back in February, Betsy Grunch implied I was a hater. 5 months later, I don't think the reporting has become less concerning. I think it's become a lot harder to ignore.